you always said to me, I want to open a restaurant. I want to open a restaurant. I want to open a restaurant.
I prefer speed than perfection.
You have no fear of disclosing your vulnerabilities.
Because I had so many signs that, hey, like, someone is helping me. And always people help me.
Having this really unique person in their business totally changes the culture.
And it's always kind of trigger me when, I love animals. No, I love humans.
Making it can be so many different things. Like success is so different to everybody.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I want to start this by you reminding me about myself. Because I have a fish memory, as I said.
Goldfish. But I have a goldfish memory too.
Goldfish. It's not not any fish.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Nemo? It's a Disney
movie. A little
movie.
bit. I forgot.
So there's a character called Dory, and she forgets like everything every like 30 seconds.
All the boys you met.
That's me. And you. But yeah, we can start with how we met. Maybe we could start with my name.
You can.
I'm Phoebe. So we met probably 6 or 7 years ago, I think now, which is crazy. It goes so fast. We met because
I would say 5, 6 and 7. I didn't start the company yet.
Oh yeah?
5. So
Maybe
20.
5. Yeah. See, I don't have a good memory either. We met because I worked at a company called Forwarding, and we ran programs for newcomers who were interested in starting up their own businesses. So I was head of programs, and we were running a more advanced program because we could see in the Netherlands specifically that there were some really brilliant people out there, like creative souls like yourself, who were incredibly motivated but just needed some support in different areas. And I remember we had essentially closed the applications, and then you joined this info session, and I think you were late. And then when you arrived, you like didn't even go with the flow. You were like, I've got a bunch of questions to ask. You were like asking me. And I remember thinking, who is this?
He's coming to my session and destroying all my rules.
Yeah, but like everyone, I fell in love with you straight away. And I was like, all right, Hummus and Habibis is also the best name of a business I've ever heard. Bless you. But, and so you joined the growth program that I ran as well. So that's kind of how we started. But then as we went along, I ended up being your mentor. So I think we ran a mentoring program for the participants in the program. And then I think you and I just had gelled so well that then I ended up being a bit of a mentor to you, even after I left the business. So that's how we met. And now we're mates.
No, I like you from the beginning. Like, if I didn't feel like you're my friend, I mean, like other people, if I don't feel like the friendship connection, well, like Julian, I wouldn't work with Julian if I don't feel
the guy that sneezed.
I can make fun of him or something.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same.
Also, I would say, also people who are working in the restaurant.
Yeah.
If I cannot go out with them and have fun, it's because otherwise it becomes 100% money for time.
Yeah.
And that's I'm struggling with because sometimes I have to do it, but
yeah, I've learned that the hard way too. Also being like a leader and a manager in my career, but also friendships, I think too. And I think you and I are very similar in that we're very intuition led. So it's always a gut feeling that kind of kicks in. But I think that you have to trust that, especially as an entrepreneur. And I'm like a massive advocate for that for women too, because your intuition can play such a role in like safety, stability, like joy, bliss, growth. And if you don't listen to that, you're going to surround yourself with the wrong people to get that, right? Yeah. And I think that's, well, I like to believe it's a really beautiful part of your character, because what that means is you attract people that you love to be around. And then what you have obviously created with Hummus and Habibis is people you want to be around all the time. And I always say this to people, like, if anyone ever asks to like advice, you know, because I'm old now.
No, yeah, no.
People have finally
no.
started asking me for advice. But I always say, like, they don't teach you that you have to wake up and go to actual work every day, you know, when you're studying at university or high school and stuff. So you always want to be around people that you want to be around. Like, that's culture. That's what the culture of a company can be, or the culture of friends, or, you know, even your family. So my mum always says this saying that friends are the family you choose, but that's also work colleagues. So I think that's how you thrive, is trusting that intuition, right?
Maybe that's part of like maybe some of the struggle of the Western world, or not
Yeah,
sure if that's
maybe.
accurate. When there's this connection between life and work, which is
Yeah.
like work is not life. I go sell my soul to make money,
Yeah.
but I'm not getting fed.
Nourishment.
Yeah, I'm not being
Yeah,
seen,
yeah.
nourished, valued,
Yeah. And then
respected, etc.
there's that like work to live versus live to work. I think that is very mixed in different societies. Like we were just talking about before we started rolling about your parents taking them on vacation, but vacation is like a foreign concept to you guys. But in Western society, it's really normal to take vacations because life is kind of
Harsh.
chaotic and harsh. And
Very harsh.
yeah,
Like everything is beautiful here on the outside.
yeah,
Like the safety, like the street is clean, etc.
Yeah, yeah.
But like on the heart of it is harsh.
Mm.
It's really harsh.
yeah,
And so yeah, you need a vacation. You need more like stimulants. You need more drugs. You need
Yeah.
more things to be happy.
yeah.
Like-
I'm not like that. I can't deal with that. I've been like that from the very like get go. I have to be happy in my day to day. Are you like that?
Of course, like half hour to hour. Like if there's, it's
Hour to
already not
hour.
happening.
Yeah.
Though I watch out. Like now I'm having, I don't know if it's obvious. I slept maybe like 1-2 hours.
What?
Um,
That's no good.
I would say,
Being an entrepreneur is hardcore.
yep. But when I met you,
Yeah.
like I was at my home. I have my bike. Like the biggest worry was like if it's rain or not. Like I have delivery. Do I wear the rain suit or
Yeah, I think.
kind of that was my biggest
yeah.
challenge.
But that's actually an interesting, like, that's amazing that that's your memory of that time. Because I think that journey for you also, as I've seen you grow and change and morph the business, like, you've definitely had ups and downs.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's funny that you
calling you crying, like, what should I do right now?
But that's but I
Actually true. Like, hey,
also-
what should I do right now? This client canceled, and
So
I
that's
have.
why I love seeing you, because every time I see you, we laugh, we cry, we mourn, we grieve, we joke, and then we talk finances.
I remember we had this meeting, maybe one of the last meeting in a business way.
Yeah.
We met in this cafe, and I was showing you numbers like the last year or something, and then I start crying. It was like it didn't happen for a couple of years that I cried like from happiness, because it was like, whoa, I have a company, like I sold for like 20,000-30,000 per year.
Yeah.
The revenue was back
Yeah.
then. I was like, what? Like it's really like it's something I can really scale up or something, or it's like there's no way back in that sense. I felt like I made it.
Yeah. But you have made it. But I think making it can be so many different things. Like success is so different to everybody. And what I loved about you better is that when I first met you, you always said to me, I want to open a restaurant. I want to open a restaurant. I want to open a restaurant. And I was like, dude, let's just like sell a few. Let's like sell a few falafels first, and then we'll open your restaurant. But that's the beauty of the entrepreneur brain, is like, I don't have that. And I'm really open about that. Like, I do not have that brain, but I love working with people that have that brain, because your energy and like your tenacity blew me away, man. Like, it blew me away.
I always get surprised, like hearing from you. Look, what? I feel like I'm so normal. Like, what? I don't know what you are talking about even, but I noticed this from like I'm talking to you, like, oh, they tell me like, you're so good in how did I don't. But for me, like, oh, what I this is normal.
Yeah, but that's what even anyway. Maybe this whole podcast is just about how much I love you. But that's what makes you special. And I think that it's rare. Like, because I work with entrepreneurs for a few years, and I work in the startup scene, and not everyone has that. And it's, you need it to be a successful entrepreneur. You really need that like grit, because it's bloody hard work.
Competition is so hard. Like I get many people are better. I want to start a catering company. Do you have advice?
Yeah, they're like, don't
They
do
look.
it.
They look. Like also they look at someone successful and it's like, oh, it's easy, or they like.
Yeah, but that's
years of.
Actually, I did a yoga class on yesterday, and one of the teacher said in it, like, ballerinas, they have serious hardcore muscles, but they make it look easy. And that's what it is. It's like, as an entrepreneur, you're building
That's
up
how good at it.
muscles. Yeah. And you end up making it look easy. But then, of course, you're sleeping.
I'm not sleeping.
What is that?
I had these moments also, like while I was in the process of opening this restaurant.
Yeah.
I was in the negotiation about the contract and
Not knowing and all of that.
I'm playing new game even until now. Like
it's like playing
no one
poker
taught
without
me-
knowing the rules.
yeah. So my experience with you and Forward was kind
Yeah.
of the only experience where I got a little bit of support.
Yeah.
From then until now, no support.
Yeah.
Like I opened this, I didn't know like a lot about cocktails or
Yeah.
how table, like how to put the cutlery, what's
Yeah.
the like all the process, like the
Yeah.
accounting system of the place, splitting the kitchen into like hot and cold,
Yeah.
like the flow of orders.
Yeah, the stepping
There's
stones.
a lot of details,
Yeah.
a lot of little systems.
Yeah.
That's what I've been working on a lot the past couple of months.
Yeah, that's
Building systems that can run
yeah.
efficiently without me intervening every time, every day.
Yeah.
So now I can like escape for a couple of days and it's running.
Yeah. But that's what I think people forget, is the stepping stones it takes. It's running a business is like, I always kind of joke that I'm like a CEO sidekick, because you can have people like creatives or very talented people, but if they haven't necessarily studied business, or they don't have the business mindset, or maybe they didn't come from a family where like those kinds of things are naturally talked about. Okay, how are we doing this? What's the overhead? What's this cost? And how to deal with it. It can be really confusing and you can get quite lost.
Yeah.
But when you have like great programs like Forward does, it's just saying to you, like, keep going, but have a think about this,
Yeah.
and this. But yeah.
The innate talent and the like fighter and like what's this word in Arabic? How can I say harbu? Like being kind of intelligent but sneaky. Like that's very important.
Yeah.
Very important. And that's one of my best things. Like
Sneaky.
oh, can do what about we put this here? Like
Yeah, creative accounting. Yeah.
can I skip this program and go to the next program? This kind of like
You're like, what's next?
can I just get the investment right?
Next week. Yeah, exactly.
I think it's important, but because I don't really subscribe to like studying business or let's
Yeah.
say, oh, you have. Okay, can I tell you like secret or not secret?
Yeah. Tell me.
Until now, I've been doing this business for 5 years now. Like
Yeah.
I never did the most basic stuff that any business does.
I know, and that's
Like
why I used to get
cost per-
angry at you all the time. I'd
Cost
be like,
per kilo or what? How much this cost you? I don't know. I don't
I
know.
know.
Feels cool. I don't want to know. Like,
know.
of course, I know like on average, or I have estimation, but does it cost 2.1 to make this dish, or does it cost 3.6?
I know.
But I prefer speed than perfection.
Yep.
And then slowly I can go back and optimize.
But are you like that in your personal life too? Speed over
100%.
perfection.
100%.
Yeah. Well, then it's going to translate into your.
I'm just
into
like
your
being
work.
also how it's nice because I'm just translating who I am to the business.
Yeah,
naturally. I'm not playing another role. I'm not like
No, it's not
playing another
facade.
character.
Yeah.
And some people will disagree or like yeah, but like at the end there's no wrong or right. This is what's working for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
yeah.
here to like
But that's
achieve a specific goal. I
No.
don't have a goal.
But what I love, what I've also always loved in more recent years is you have no fear of disclosing your vulnerabilities, especially on your social media. And I think that's quite unique for a newcomer. I think there's a lot of, identity ownership that goes on. And I think what I've always had a lot of pride in with you, because this is how I knew you, you were not afraid to cry. You were not afraid to cry from joy. You know, I would sit and like hold your hand, and we would talk through the good times and the tough times and what's next and what keeping to your dream. But I really like how you translate that outwardly. And my guess is that's why you do so well, is because people understand vulnerability. Like that's what brings people together. And especially my guess is newcomers coming into a community that embraces them, they embrace them because they're real and they're people. And I think that, you know, every time I've come to anything that you do, like even in the early days to now, you look around and your space is filled with people who my guess is are drawn to you, not just your incredible food or the energy that your vibe brings from a space. But that's, yeah. And my guess is you don't do that intentionally because it's just really natural to you.
That's one of the most thing I love about Hummus and Habibis or me is,
Yeah.
again, I'm not a foodie. I'm not into the food. Did we speak anything about food?
You didn't even really know how to make my coffee.
Not really. I just put water and I'm horrible. Like, I can admit to that.
Yeah.
Like I want to often, let's say I'm gonna go to the kitchen, I need something, or a customer asks something. If I'm around, better go out. Like you're just gonna make something messy, or you're not gonna destroy your flow. So
but great leaders,
they take me out from the bar or from the.
But great leaders bring in great people who are better than them around them.
I mean, I'm also not. I cannot be good at everything. I suck at so many things.
Yeah,
so
me too.
I also tell them, I'm bad at this. So the human part of Hummus and Habib is absolutely, it's one of the strongest element.
Yeah.
So some people also ask me like, how did you get successful, or how?
Yeah.
I can answer in so many ways. I can also start by saying I don't know, because
But you do know.
Not really. Like, of course, I put maybe the right elements, but I believe always in the element of maybe call it destiny, call it like higher power guiding, or
actually you used to say that to me all the time in our meetings, and I was like, but we're reviewing finances. Let's not think about destiny and the universe when we're looking
gonna make
at
it. I was telling you, I'm gonna because I had so many signs that, hey, like someone is helping me, and always people help me, from you forward to this lawyer, to this company, to this journalist. I get so much help that I was like, okay,
how good is that?
Okay, let's this is gonna work, because this is not
life.
I remember the first I was first maybe month or something, I was doing the delivery on my bike, normal bike. But then I started getting like an order, let's say a bit in US, or I was making maybe 30-40 euro a day, but I was like, fuck, I cannot just cycle, like it's not doesn't mix. And then I wanted to buy like electric bike. I had maybe like 100 in my account, but I made like a road dealing. So you can go minus. I applied for minus, and I bought this electric bike on bol.com. Then I went to minus 800. It's fine. I was like,
it's comfortable.
2 days, I got the bike. Everything is nice. 2 days later, I got the money back.
You got the money back from delivering?
From bol.com.
Oh, from bol.com.
No, not delivery. I wasn't. I was just starting.
Oh, that's
and then
great.
you see like, I'm getting stuff, and then I bought new boxes. I bought small machine with this money. And then after like 2 months or something, they emailed me, there's a mistake, can you send us the money back? Okay, then and that's what I say,
amazing.
Like that's when the power of presence and the power of like really watching the synchronicity, like trying to make sense of like under the what's beneath life on the outer layer. And then I noticed these it happened so many times. I'm now just remembering one example, but I saw so many examples of like another example around this period. Maybe because I'm also sharing and being authentic and sharing my journey. This girl was like, I think it will be really nice to have like a food photo shoot for you. I was like, oh wow, yes, of course. I was still like, there's nothing. My Instagram was like just my hand, my phone, and she's like very like art food photographer. So let's say McDonald's or whatever, she makes like an art piece from and she brought her like assistant and like all sort for free. Like, and I can say so many things. So,
but that's the beauty of people, isn't it? People can inherently always be good. Right?
It's incredible. And that helped me be a better person, because I also realized all this help that's coming, and I need to recycle it.
Yeah.
I need to give. I cannot just hold it like.
Yeah,
myself.
that's true. You did always say that. Like you always said to me, everyone that will come across this business, that will work in the business, I will always help people out. And maybe that's also why everyone's willing to help, because you give that back to the universe, I guess.
Yeah, but
Do you think that's
people are
from
good.
your
People are good too.
Yeah.
People are so good, and that's
You've got really got to give just people. But this comes back to bite you, right? Sometimes if you give
get back
people,
to.
it comes back to bite you. Like you give people the benefit of the doubt, and sometimes people will not do it. But you just got to hope that they will, and that's.
But I feel like we shit on human. It's always easy. We have this biased brain, right? We see the negative more than the positive.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you are objective, people are really so good.
Yeah.
And it's always kind of triggering me when I love animals. I love this. No, I love humans.
Yeah, I'm
so much nicer and better than all the fuck.
Yeah.
I love dogs, but animals.
I'm exactly the same.
Humans are amazing.
Yeah.
Really amazing.
Yeah.
And I do believe in the goodness of people, even when they are bad. So we have the people who are good
That's
from inside and
nice.
outside.
I wish I was more like you. I don't have that. If someone does a dirty on me, I'm pretty quick to be like, see you later.
Of course, you protect yourself and you push them back.
No, but I think you're really nice. I'm not that nice.
I'm nice, but I push people away when they are. I block them or whatever. Or
okay. That gives me.
I'm learning to defend myself. To be honest,
Yeah.
I wasn't so good at that. Like,
no, me neither. I've always really struggled with that. But you know, I always say to people, like, if people ask me to introduce myself, whether it's like in business, well, not actually personally, but in business, if I'm asked to introduce myself, I always start by saying I'm a woman of women. And I say that because I think it represents like who I am. And I come from a single mom, and I come from her family of women, right? So she was the middle child of 5 girls. And my mother had me really young. And so she knew like what her abilities were and what she couldn't achieve. So she would always bring in people like around her. She created this like power village around her. So from things like, you know, caring older women that would take care of me on the holidays to, you know, when I was at law school, bringing in her like really smart friends that would, you know, be my aunties and help me with law assignments and stuff. And so growing up in this like westernized modern kind of village really gave me this hope that people, you know, can live with the village mindset, to take care of each other, to that we all inherently have something to give others, that life isn't about the bottom line, that life isn't about like, you know, growing exponentially. It's really about like just giving back. And I think that that's something that maybe you experienced growing up with your parents, like in Syria. And then I wonder for you if that's something that you felt was kind of ripped away from you when you were like forced to flee.
What's ripped away exactly?
Like the village feeling, the caring.
Of course, completely disappeared.
Yeah.
Completely. For maybe like 8 years or there's like 10 years chapter is gone. It's like me searching for home and suffering and like the loneliness. But so much loneliness, like incredible. Like so many times I was like, I would love to be like touched or talked to or.
Do you feel like you found that here now?
I mean, slowly I'm creating it. I couldn't find it in the sense of like find it, but Hummus and Habibis brought that to me in a sense. Like I kind of attracted it more, like creating this community and like being friends with my colleagues who work here and having this location, having you now sitting here, Julian, a friend will in the evening, are you still open and we're gonna have a drink? There are some friends now that they just pass by at the end of the day. Planning a once a month kind of shared dining experience, like community dinner. I think it will be nice for people to meet each other and like.
But did you friends. How like I think it came quite naturally to you, but how do you feel like when you see other, especially refugees in the country? Like how do you feel when you see people not feeling those that like village feel. Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I look to refugees as just also like human. Just
yeah,
only
I know,
don't
but
know.
that like sense of having, because I mean, I'm a newcomer too, in a sense that I wasn't born here. I'm Australian. I came from somewhere else, but I really struggled with that, like creating the village around me. It's taken a long time for me to feel.
How many have your own family? Or
Yeah, well,
you're
my
married, you
family
have your
aren't here.
child, so that's
Yeah,
already a little island for you.
yeah, but I had to also create that in a sense,
Of course.
But
Everyone on their own journey to. I would say the main invitation for us to lose the regular village is to find ourselves, to be good with ourselves and our loneliness, so to find the peace with ourselves. Like maybe the spiritual invitation from life. It's not random. It's not,
that's a good
it's
point.
not like punishment,
No.
but it's like a invitation for you to ask a deeper question or to find the.
And you always do you feel like you're always searching?
Actually, only recently, like, or what I say recently, yeah, maybe the past 5 years. Because also to search, it's a bit of an active, conscious decision. There's something aware, and then there's something something wants something, and there's the journey is on.
Yeah.
Before that, I would say I was living automatic.
Yeah. Like in
25
survival
years,
mode.
Just
Yeah.
stimulus reaction. There was no originality in me, or that's how I judge myself. I wasn't like bright as I am now.
Yeah.
I wasn't myself.
When do you think that shift happened of like kind of living in survival mode to living in thriving mode?
Maybe the first like dark night of the soul. Then like when the darkest kind of depression where hey I cannot
can't get out of bed kind of thing. Yeah. Was that before Hummus Habibis? Yeah.
At the end of it, kind of Hummus Habibis was born.
Yeah.
I was just on the couch, like also like you were mentioning the name, how it's crazy. Like many people would say the same, and I would say the same. Like the name is just so beautiful and catchy, and it was before even Habibis was. It was not as a bigger word as it is now, and because of TikTok and stuff.
Yeah.
But I thought about it in like 10 minutes, and I just made the Gmail, and I made it.
I was literally about to say, I bet you registered it like while you were sitting on the couch.
Exactly. No, like thought, no, just like that.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me at all.
We were at the.
We were talking about like that feeling of surviving versus thriving.
Yeah. So it was so important for me, this dark night of the soul. And I would invite anyone who's listening, maybe refugees, since we are speaking about, to like go into this pain. Because I feel like a lot of people will go into the party mode, which I also went to, or any other way to escape certain pain or certain like struggle, especially us who fled their home. We lost our families, lost the community vibe, who's our identity is broken. We thought, I'm from Syria, I'm Arabic, or whatever, I'm Muslim, or whatever the identity we had. Like a lot of it is broken to pieces.
Yeah, you have to create the new version of yourself.
Yeah,
but I think that applies.
You have to die to create the new version. The new version cannot be like making those pieces again. You have to completely be broken.
And I think this applies to everybody in all senses of life. Right? It's not just refugees or newcomers. It can be anyone in life.
Absolutely.
But it's I'm not a psychologist, but I imagine that's, I don't know if you know this. There's a story, like a childhood story. It's called Going on a Bear Hunt. Do you know that? So the bear, it's like people at a picnic and they're pretending to go on a bear hunt, and they have to, that talks about like, we can't go over it, we can't go around it, we can't go under it, we just have to go through it. And I think that's kind of what we're talking about, is like, you just do have to go through some of the pain to come out to like see the light at the end of the tunnel, because inevitably it's going to be what you want. It's going to be beautiful, but I don't think it's hard.
It's hard.
Bloody hard.
Oh my God. Do you mind sharing a bit of your dark nights or your last experience? Or
yeah, I'm trying to think about. Well, I experienced death very early in my life. I lost my grandparents who I essentially lived with them, and they had a huge role in my life growing up because my mum, she leaned on them a lot. And so I lost them 8 weeks apart when I was 15. So I think from a really early age that like awareness of mortality sat quite heavily on my chest. That this idea of like, and I talk about this with my mum sometimes, is like I felt like that moment I kind of lost my childhood a little bit. I lost that sense of like
It's all
life is
fairy
full
tale.
and free. And yeah, when you all of a sudden have someone who used to be ever present in your life disappear. And I think that very, very like intense grief so early on in my life. I mean, it wasn't when I was like 5 or something. It was really in the time where like the world was starting to become my oyster. But then I had this like huge, kind of facade shatter in front of me. It did two things. I think it, like I said, got rid of this feeling of like, well, there goes my childhood. But it also gave me a sense of like life is short. And I've never really, I try not to be so down. I think, like I talked about before, that life for me has to be, I have to find joy in life every day. I can't just like put my head down and wait for a vacation. So that was something that was quite intense early on. And then I've lived overseas and I've traveled and I've had the benefit of, seeing the world. And I was very blessed in that sense to kind of be exposed to what I always call the like education that can't be taught in a classroom. Travel is one of those great things that it's like trial and error and give it a go, and the people you meet and the experiences you have can really form and shape you. And I was very blessed to have those experiences. I mean, I worked my butt off to get there, but that for me was a real eye opener as well, because coming from Australia, like we I don't come from money or anything, but I came from a house full of love. So anything that I fell back on was always love. I always had that safety blanket to come into my, family with open arms. But the journey to kind of feel safe to go out into the world and try and like see it and feel it and try and make the world a bit of a better place, that didn't really kick in until after I like left Mongolia. So I lived in Mongolia for a couple of years, and I worked with like I had a corporate job for like 10 years, right? But I worked with children, I worked with disadvantaged women. And I think this kind of light bulb went off in my head when I was about 28. And then we just moved here. My partner at the time and I moved here. And I just had this sense of like, I want to wake up every day and leave like a handprint in the sand. Like I don't want to just work and work and work. I don't want to live like that anymore. And I wouldn't say that was like a dark phase or a darkness, but I think it was more like a walk towards the light, of just life can be just so much better than this. And it can be purposeful and driven by essentially love. I mean, it's a bit of a cliche, but it can be driven by love. It doesn't have to be driven by greed or money or these like false motivations that you often see with people. And I'm not saying that that's not the right way. That suits a lot of people and that's awesome for them. And I actually would always help someone if they're interested in learning how to do that. But for me, it just really took it took a big shift, because I was like, I can wake up on my deathbed and look back and be proud of the work that I did. And I'm not saying that I went to, put my life in danger to help others. Like I'm like just helping people read their books and trying to create a culture in their office and having just nice chats with people to help them. But that just felt like a much better approach to my life. And I can tell you, the second I started doing that, the quality of my life completely changed. You know, like I was so much more safe in the space that I was in. Whereas like there would be days I'd work in like corporate offices and I'd be thinking every morning on my way to work, I don't want to be here. I want to call in sick. I want to call in sick. And now, you know, and that's had its ups and downs. Like I've been fired, I've lost my job, I've, you know, worked with people that are, yeah, you know,
Crazy.
yeah. But, you know, and that's okay because that's how you learn. But this like journey I'm on now, you know, at where I work at Blue Road Academy is I wake up and go to work every day and I'm like so happy. I'm so happy.
What are you doing now?
So Blue Road Academy is like
we're doing the podcast upside down.
I'm introducing myself last.
That's
so Blue Road Academy. That's all right. That's not live. It's a tech academy. So we run programs for people in the cloud. So teaching them different cloud platforms. So Salesforce, AWS, ServiceNow. And we run a few different...
Some of my clients.
Yeah. No, that's true. AWS is one of your
Salesforce.
Yeah. Oh, good. So yeah, it's really interesting because I think it's good to mention here that I've worked in the entrepreneurial space, which is what we've talked about. But then I was really drawn to Blue Road because Blue Road sets people up. So we run in-company trainings for companies interested in upskilling and reskilling their own teams with regards to these cloud platforms. So that can be anyone within a business, anyone from a junior all the way up to a CEO kind of thing. But we also run impact programs. So we're a social enterprise. So all the money that we, you know, all the revenue and profits we make goes back into our impact program. So we run essentially free programs for newcomers doing the same thing, upskilling them in tech, in clouds. And we also do bridging programs. So teaching them how to deal with whatever country they're in, how to get into the workforce, because the labor market can be quite ruthless. So we teach them tips and tricks how to kind of excel. And then we marry them up with employers that are interested in, you know, hiring people into that space. But what I was getting to was I worked with Forward in helping entrepreneurs like yourself. But I was really drawn to the work that Blue Road does because entrepreneurship is so hard. We've talked about that. And what I find that I really love about Blue Road is you're helping people get into stable, long-term jobs. There's no real issues around having to speak Dutch or the local language because tech is in English run, you know, industry.
More realistic.
Yeah. And we create serious careers that people love going to work. They love doing what they're doing. They thrive in the companies. We have companies tell us that having this really unique person in their business totally changes the culture. Everyone loves it. Everyone is so happy to have these great people that are seriously educated, really cool, smart, like adventurous people that come into the workplace. So that's kind of the work we do. And I help the CEO, Gasper, run the show. So that's, yeah.
And are you helping mainly refugees, newcomers?
Newcomers. Yeah, so we do the two kind of different sides. So we do in-company work, which we also love because you see the impact of upskilling people. You know, they're like, oh, I didn't know I could be like advanced in this space. I always just thought I was stuck in this role, but actually they're kind of open their mind and then they can move within the company as well more freely. And then we run our impact programs, and we also run impact programs with some really cool companies that are like Accenture, for example. We help them run programs up in Helsinki and Copenhagen with newcomers in those countries. So yeah, it's really...
How can people check it? Or
yeah, just head to our website, blueroadacademy.com. Yeah, check us out if you're a company or if you are a newcomer or anyone, give us a call.
Anything else would you like to say at the end of this
Is this the end?
No,
I don't want it to
my
be
father.
I can hear people cooking. I
already hear noises.
No, I think something that I've been like playing around with, and I'm not sure how to deal with, honestly, because I think it's a very funny concept, is this idea of pride. And I always say to people I work with, and I want to say to you, like, I'm so proud of you. And I don't want that to come off as like weird, condescending, or anything like that. But I think the notion of pride is like such a special feeling. And I just want you to always know that I'm really proud of you and I'm very honored to be your friend.
Thank you so much. Grateful for you, for people like you who've been on my path.
Yeah.
And I get only stronger by your support and your presence in my life.
Thanks.
I hope I can also be there for you whenever you need me.
Thank you.
Please, you can.
I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call at night when we're not sleeping.
Please. Please. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. Woo! That's it. Nice.